Hey guys, Billy Pop here for another video update. It's not a huge video update. Actually, I've been collecting predominantly figures lately. I just kind of got into this. We were actually, me and Ryjan were recording a rap track, and I in the track. Actually, it's full of blood. So it wasn't even Ryjan that was here. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it was actually my solo. It's on my channel if you want to check it out. Full of blood, is what the title is. But I said I'm the kind of guy who likes to collect NECA, and then I thought about it, and I was like, I only have like 4 NECA figures. So I decided, not because I said that, but mainly because I was like, I would like to collect more NECA. So I did that. And if you guys would like to see my collection so far, just leave me a comment below, and I will gladly show you guys my NECA figures. Uh, so yeah, and I don't have a lot yet. I have a few, but not a huge amount. I'm still waiting on one set to come in the mail. So anyway, that's where that's at. Okay, so moving on. So we got some VHS, just a couple. We got 3 VHS. We got about 11 DVDs and just 3 Blu-rays. So we're gonna go through this pretty quick. A mouthful of spit here. Anyways, guys. So from Raijin, he's been giving me, he's been finding VHS tapes all over the place and just been giving me them. Of course, as I said before, he loves dinosaurs, so I got this Walking with the Dinosaurs VHS. I guess it's a little fucked up there, but yeah, no, thank you once again to him for adding to my collection. I always appreciate that. And me and him are really tight buddies. He's one of my best friends. So please check out Rajan Leone's channel. I will put a link in the description if I fucking remember. And if I don't, Rajan, let me know and I'll add it in later. Anyways, check him out. We're in a group together, Dumpster Collective, with my brother, mostly Ang-related Killa, which I'll also put a link in the bottom for. He doesn't really make YouTube videos very much, but we're all in the group together. So anyway, another one from Raijin. He just happened to come across the Page Master. Again, the case a little fucked up, but that's okay. I love this movie. I think the funniest part is when Christopher Lloyd is chasing Macaulay Culkin through the library, like, you want adventure, ghosts and graveyards, and I was like, fuck, that guy would freak me out if I was a little kid. Anyway, and then, okay, this cover I've showed before, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't have a tape, and Rajan happened to come across a South Park tape. It's volume 4, it's not the Timmy thing, but I was like, well, at least I have a South Park tape for my case, so, that was cool. And Volume 4 I actually would probably prefer over the Timmy thing, so that's cool. Next up, here's one. It's like a 12 movie pack, but and the only reason I got it is because it has Dead Time Stories Volume 1 and 2 by George A. Romero, which I've never actually watched. Get some light on there. That didn't help much, but it's also got, I don't know if that's the original Day of the Dead or not. Probably not. But maybe. It has George A. Romero on here. It's a Day of the Dead, which I already own. Asylum of the Dead. The Occupants. So a lot of zombies, it looks like. Dead Within. Dead Line. Apocalypse of the Dead. Buck Wild. That one I actually might watch. Germs. And Death Above. A lot of things about death. Honestly, I don't know if any of these are good. I've never even watched one of them, so. Next up, Raijin once again. A lot of my collection came from Raijin this time, but we just picked these up yesterday, or he did for me. Technically, I owe him money for him, actually. I just didn't have any money on me at the time, but we got the ring and rings. It came in a pack like this. I think this is actually just a special feature disc. I thought it was the new movie that came out, because I thought that the new one was called Rings, and actually, I don't really know if I like these movies. I'm pretty sure the first one was sort of one of those movies that I watched back in the 90s. It was like, I knew it was going to start a fad of twitchy ghosts, and it totally did. I think right before that was 13 Ghosts, had a bit of twitchy ghosts in it, but this, like, brought it right to the, pinnacle of twitchy ghosts. And But it is the first of its kind, sort of, unless you count the Japanese version of it, I suppose. So I am going to give it another shot. I know it made like lots of hubbub when it first came out. Another one from Rajan. What the fuck, man? Anyway, this one he just gave to me because he had it and he didn't want it, I guess, basically. But I don't even have the first one. I have the third one, I think. Or maybe no, I have the second one, and this is the third one. The Purge election year. I've seen the first one, haven't even watched the other ones, but he just gave it to me, so I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I'll eventually buy the original one. Next up, if I like these movies, I'd be a little more excited. But because the box is cool. But I mainly got it honestly for the box, which is retarded. But I've only ever seen the first one, and it was okay. Definitely no Alien, but the Species box set. I got this at a gas station. It was sitting there, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get it, maybe I shouldn't. Eventually, I just happened to have $10, so I grabbed it. $10 for it, not a bad deal. Got 4 movies. I don't know. I'll probably check them out one day. Next up, I got this for like I think $6 or less, and this is a Blood, Sweat, and Fear box, and I got it. Well, it had the let the right one in it, right? But it also came with Sick Nurses, which I've never heard of, and Time Crimes, which I've also never heard of. I already have Let the Right One In, but I got it for the other two, and I figured if Let the Right One In was good, maybe these other ones would be good. Time Crimes looks like it's shot on video. Sick Nurses might actually be something. Or it might be generic and fucked. I'd have no idea what that is. Last DVD here. I watched this with my dad the other day, and I've been bugging people to tell me to do a review of it, but nobody's said anything yet, so... but Salo, 120 Days of Sodom. This is a fucked up movie, man. And this is the Criterion release. The DVD, I didn't realize I was ordering the DVD. It would have been a Blu-ray if I would have been looking. But it's got 2 discs. It's a good one. But this movie is seriously one of... If it wasn't for the dialogue being hilarious, this movie would be one of the most... Well, it is one of the most fucked up movies I've ever seen, but the dialogue just happens to be fucking, like, humorous as all fuck. So, anyway, if you guys want me to review this, let me know again. Because I gotta say, it's got a really cool spine on it, too. But I gotta say, me and my dad were sitting there just like, what the fuck, man? I don't know. I seen it years before, but I was like, hey, Pops, you want to watch something real demented? And every now and again, he likes to... throw his brain in the trash can. I think he gets kind of a kick out of watching shit that, like, when I say something's gonna be fucked up, he knows it's gonna be really fucked up. So anyway, we're getting down to the 3 Blu-rays here. And the first one is one I've seen it once, I guess, or parts of it when I was a kid, but I've never actually watched the rest of it. Or tried to watch it again. And when I was a kid, it didn't really appeal to me at all. It still kind of doesn't. But at the same time, I know I have to watch it because, everybody loves this movie. And on top of it, I might appreciate it more now that I'm older. And so I figured I'd give it a shot. It was like, Rajan actually picked this one up for me too yesterday when we grabbed that Rings thing. So anyway, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't know. I probably don't have to say anything about this at all. You guys know it. I don't, but I know Frankfurter, I believe, is the Tim Curry character. He's a transvestite from Transylvania, and all the other things I remember about it is he stabbed somebody, I think, and there's a bald dude, and damn it, Janet, I remember that, and I remember dude dancing in his underwear, which I think was supposed to be the Rocky character, so, I don't know. Anyways, gonna check that out. Next up, one that I've kind of already shown because I reviewed this not that long ago, but whatever, it is new, it's part of my new pickup, so that's Brain Scan, Scream Factory release. This movie is wonderful. It's one of my favorite movies. For some fucking reason, I love this movie. I strongly suggest if you remember this when you were a kid and don't remember thinking too much of it or whatever, give it a shot. If you've never heard of it, give it a shot. This is definitely worth your while. It's just fun. It's not epic by any stretch, but it's fun. It's just a fun '90s movie, and it's fairly gory for what it is. I was kind of surprised by the gore, actually, to be honest. And last up on the Blu-rays here, I don't know about you guys. A lot of people, like Fulci or they like Argento, or they don't know who either of them are. Basically, is how that goes. But for me, I'm a Dario Argento fan, so I did not own Tenebrae. So I went out, I picked it up, I ordered it. This is the Synapse version. It's got kind of a... So that's the movie you're getting into. Now, I want to say something. I did watch this yesterday for the first time. I think it was yesterday. Or the day before. And I gotta say, I was a little disappointed with the kills in this. Because I bought this strictly because I heard the kills were gnarly. And this is a movie every Argento fan needs. And I have to admit, I liked a lot of his other work better than this. There was like one or two scenes that were pretty gory, but that's why I got it, because that's what everybody says about it. But I honestly think the deaths in Suspiria are far more visceral looking and interesting. I have to admit I wasn't paying too much attention to the story because I was hanging out with Raja and we were whatever. Pot's legal in Canada now, so we got really fucking stoned and ate a bunch of food and... Well, anyway, but yeah, essentially, this was not the best Argento movie for me. I would prefer Suspiria. I went straight for that. Honestly, I would prefer Inferno, of course, Deep Red, Cat o' Nine Tails, Bird with the Crystal Plumage. I like all those movies better than this. Which was kind of disappointing. But I will give it another shot, because like I said, I wasn't paying too much attention to the story, and I heard this is one of the ones where his story was actually easy to follow, which usually it's not. So I will say that I'll give it another shot, probably. Maybe not anytime soon, but eventually. When I'm by myself would probably be the best time, because trying to get people to pay attention during an Italian horror movie... especially a giallo or like anything by Fulci or Argento, but mainly because, if people don't... Rajan was telling me, he was like, I feel more cultured because I watch movies with you. Because I'm always watching, Italian movies mostly. It's just Italian mostly. Like, I love Italian movies. I don't know why. They're just different. And I'm just recently discovering that I love black and white movies too, so there's that. I'm kind of amazed by that, but I think I prefer them over a lot of shit that's coming out now. But anyway, guys, I don't know what else to say. Tenebrae, gonna give it another shot. I just talked about it for like 4 minutes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please, if you haven't subscribed, yada, 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 what every fucking YouTuber does, subscribe, like, whatever. I'm not gonna force my shit on anybody. I honestly think that I do this mostly for myself. So... and you know what? And for you guys, of course. But I just mean, if I didn't enjoy doing this, I wouldn't do it. I'd do it strictly to be like, hey, I have an opinion, listen to me, or whatever. By the way, sometimes I post videos when I'm hammered, and I don't drink very often, actually, anymore. I used to drink a lot more. But now I get so drunk, and I think that I'm, got something to say. Then I look at it the next day and I'm like, ugh, and I end up deleting it because I'm like, Jesus, you know what it's like to be drunk and overly confident, So that happens to me sometimes. So I apologize for that. I don't, like I said, I don't drink much anymore. I've made a lot more healthy decisions in my life as of, recently anyway. So, I hope that doesn't discourage anyone from watching me, because the alcohol is a serious issue, and I had a serious issue with it. I'm willing to admit that to everyone. I have had serious problems with alcohol, like to the point where I'm pretty sure it was almost killing me. I don't know why. I would before I would call it, I wouldn't go out and party. I wasn't like that. I was more of a stay at home and just. But I would get twisted, like I'd hang out with friends and shit, or hang out by myself and play with my cat or something. But I'd end up trash, and it kind of like ruins a lot of things in your life when you're always fucked up like that. Uh, just recently, I've looked at a lot of things that have been going on around me, and I'm thanking God that I didn't get into anything else. And I just went, you know what? This is no longer for me. I wasn't. I was at the point where I wasn't even enjoying it anymore. It's just the way it goes. Like you get. I'm 31. I'm getting too old to. I'm not partying, but I'm drinking still. I never got out of that really. So, and I don't want to be married to the fucking shit. So, anyways, guys, blah. Here I am rambling on again. But thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Love you guys. Peace.